If your mother could feed 6 people on $12, use one pan, and have dinner on the table in 45 minutes after working all day, why are you spending $30 on a meal kit that leaves 4 pans in the sink? Number 22. Fed a family of 5 for under $2 in 1978. Number 15 appeared on working-class stoves for 30 consecutive years without a single recipe card. Number 1 is the meal 40 million American mothers made every week between 1974 and 1995, and you have not tasted it since she stopped making it. These were not recipes. These were lifelines. Not cuisine, not presentation. Love in a single pan. Subscribe before we begin. The countdown starts now. Number 25. Skillet cheeseburger pasta. Your mother made this when the grocery money was almost gone and Friday felt far away. A pound of ground beef cost 89 cents in 1978. Elbow macaroni, Velveeta, 1 onion, and canned tomatoes. Under $2.50, fed 6. You brown the beef with onion. You drain the grease. You add dry macaroni, tomatoes, and 2 cups of water. You cover and simmer 12 minutes. You stir in cubed Velveeta until it melts into orange ribbons. The kitchen smells like a school cafeteria on a good day. This skillet came from Midwestern working-class kitchens in the early 1970s and spread through Ohio church cookbooks by 1978. 1 pan, 12 minutes, 6 plates. Nobody went hungry. That was the whole point. Number 24. Chicken and rice 1-pan bake. She assembled it before changing out of her work clothes. She had not measured anything since 1971. Chicken pieces cost 49 cents a pound in 1975. Long grain rice, cream of mushroom soup, onion soup mix, and water. Under $2.50, fed 6. You pour rice into a deep skillet. You whisk soup with water and onion packet and pour over. You lay chicken skin side up on top. You cover and cook low for 45 minutes without lifting the lid. The chicken falls off the bone. The rice goes creamy underneath. This came from Midwestern church potluck tradition in the 1960s, moving into home kitchens through Betty Crocker cards by 1975. No stirring, no checking. She set it low and helped with homework. Not laziness, engineering. Number 23. Beef and noodle skillet. This was the meal your father made every time your mother worked late. You can still smell it. Ground beef cost 89 cents in 1982. Wide egg noodles, cream of mushroom soup, 1 onion, and beef broth. Under $2, fed 5. You brown beef and onion together. You pour in broth and drop dry noodles directly into the liquid. You cover and simmer 10 minutes. You stir in soup and let it thicken 3 more minutes. The noodles go soft. The sauce turns the color of old gravy. The kitchen smells like a farmhouse in November. This came from Midwestern farmhouse cooking in the 1970s, when 1-pan dinners answered every working family's Wednesday problem. Your father always added too much pepper. You never told him, because it was perfect. Number 22. Spanish rice skillet. If this skillet had a theme song, it would be 6 hungry people suddenly going quiet when the lid came off. Ground beef cost 89 cents in 1978. Long grain rice, onion, green pepper, canned tomatoes, and chicken broth. Under $2, fed 5. You brown beef with onion and pepper. You drain the fat. You toast dry rice 1 minute in the drippings. You pour in tomatoes and broth. You cover and simmer 20 minutes. The rice goes red and tender. The beef dissolves into every grain. Spanish rice entered American kitchens through Mexican-American cooking in Texas and California in the early 1900s. It spread through home economics textbooks by 1955. For 5 people on $2 in 1978, this was the most efficient hot dinner ever invented. Number 21. Tuna noodle skillet. Not the casserole. Not the oven version that dirtied 3 dishes. The skillet version. 20 minutes, 1 pan. 2 cans of tuna cost 58 cents in 1979. Egg noodles, cream of mushroom soup, frozen peas, and milk. Under $2, fed 5. You boil egg noodles directly in the skillet in salted water until they absorb the liquid. You stir in soup, milk, tuna, and frozen peas. You cover and heat 5 minutes. The peas go bright green. The sauce coats every noodle. This came from working mother kitchens in the late 1970s as a faster answer to the oven casserole that dominated since Star-Kissed ads ran in Good Housekeeping in 1955. This was faster. This was better. This was Tuesday. Number 20. Pork chop and potato bake. She browned the chops in the same pan she baked them in. 1 pan, 1 hour while she supervised homework. 4 pork chops cost $1.29 in 1983. Russet potatoes, 1 onion, cream of chicken soup, and garlic powder. Under $2.50, fed 4. You brown chops hard until golden. You remove them. You layer sliced potatoes and onion in the drippings. You lay chops back on top. Number 19. Here is something nobody says out loud. Your mother was not making one-pan dinners because she loved cooking. She was tired. She had worked 8 hours and stopped at the grocery store with $12 left and the specific exhaustion that has no name. She pulled 1 pan from the cabinet. She made something from almost nothing. That ordinary daily act fed you. It put something warm in front of you every night for 18 years. We have spent 30 years turning cooking into a performance, a content category, a lifestyle brand. For your mother, it was never any of those things. It was just the pan, the burner, the 20 minutes before everyone got too hungry to wait. She deserves more credit than she ever received. Number 19. Hamburger and cabbage skillet. This is the one people forget. Cost almost nothing. Fed the most people. Tasted better than it had any right to. Ground beef cost 89 cents in 1981. Half a head of cabbage, 1 onion, canned tomatoes, and garlic. Under $1.50, fed 6. You brown beef with onion and garlic. You add roughly chopped cabbage. You pour in tomatoes. You cover and cook 15 minutes until the cabbage wilts into the beef fat. The kitchen smells like Eastern Europe and the American Midwest simultaneously. This came from Polish and Ukrainian immigrant kitchens in Chicago and Detroit in the 1920s, settling into working-class American homes by 1965. 6 people on $1.50. Not a compromise. Arithmetic. Number 18. Kielbasa and sauerkraut skillet. If you grew up with this, the smell of kielbasa hitting hot cast iron is a time machine that works every time. Kielbasa cost $1.19 in 1982. Sauerkraut, 1 onion, brown sugar, and apple cider vinegar. Under $2, fed 4. You slice kielbasa into coins and brown until edges caramelize dark. You add sliced onion and soften it. You dump in sauerkraut. You stir in brown sugar and vinegar. You cover and cook 10 minutes. The kitchen fills with the smell of a Polish butcher shop on a Friday afternoon. Kielbasa and sauerkraut came with Polish and German immigrants in the 1880s. By 1975, it was a Friday staple from Milwaukee to Pittsburgh. One pan, 20 minutes. Nobody called twice for dinner. Number 17. Franks and beans skillet. In a working-class American home in 1979, this was dinner, and nobody apologized for it. Oscar Mayer Franks cost 69 cents in 1979. 2 cans of pork and beans, diced onion, ketchup, and brown sugar. Under $1.50, fed 5. You slice franks into coins and brown them. You pour in beans with onion, ketchup, and brown sugar. You simmer 15 minutes. The beans go glossy, the franks plump. The sauce turns dark as molasses. This came from New England baked bean tradition mixed with Rust Belt pragmatism in the 1960s. For a mother feeding 5 on $1.50 in 1979, this was not a lesser dinner. This was a masterpiece of economy on a weeknight skillet. Number 16. Stuffed pepper skillet. All the flavor of stuffed peppers, none of the oven time. Just a skillet and 25 minutes. Ground beef cost 89 cents in 1984. 2 bell peppers, rice, canned tomatoes, beef broth, and garlic. Under $2.50, fed 5. You brown beef. You add diced peppers and garlic until soft. You stir in dry rice, tomatoes, and broth. You cover and simmer 20 minutes. The peppers go sweet. The rice turns red from the tomato. This came from Polish and Hungarian immigrant kitchens in the Midwest in the 1970s as a faster weeknight version of the traditional baked stuffed pepper. Why did we stop making this? Who decided a $2 skillet dinner was beneath a Tuesday night? Number 15. Chicken cacciatore skillet. Your Italian neighbor made this every Tuesday. The smell came through the apartment wall at 5:30. You knocked on her door once. She made you a plate. You never forgot. Chicken pieces cost 49 cents a pound in 1976. Crushed tomatoes, onion, green pepper, garlic, and Italian seasoning. Under $2.50, fed 6. You brown chicken skin side down until golden. You remove it. You soften onion, pepper, and garlic in the drippings. You pour in tomatoes. You nestle chicken back in and simmer covered 40 minutes. The sauce goes dark red. The chicken falls off the bone. Chicken cacciatore came from southern Italian peasant kitchens in Calabria in the 1800s and arrived in New York with immigrants in the 1880s. Mrs. Lombardi made it every Tuesday for 40 years. Number 14. Chili mac skillet. What is for dinner? Chili mac. What costs $2 and feeds 6? Chili mac. What do you make when nothing is left? Chili mac. Ground beef cost 99 cents in 1985. Elbow macaroni, kidney beans, canned tomatoes, chili powder, and cumin. Under $2.50, fed 6. You brown beef. You add dry macaroni, beans, tomatoes, chili powder, and water. You cover and simmer 15 minutes. You scatter cheddar on top and cover 2 more minutes. Number 13. Here is where things get personal. You are watching this because you remember the pan. Not the recipe, the pan. The heavy skillet with the dark patina that never came fully clean. The one that smelled like every dinner she ever made. She is gone now, or she does not cook anymore. Or you took the pan when she moved because you knew exactly what it was worth. That pan is not cookware. It is a time machine. Every Tuesday night from 1982 to 1991 is compressed into 8 pounds of cast iron sitting in your cabinet right now. Any meal on this list made in that pan tonight, she would recognize the smell from wherever she is. Pull the pan out. Turn on the burner. That is how you talk to her now. Number 13. Ground beef and potato hash. Monday, when leftovers needed using. Also Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday. It had no official night because it was always the answer. Ground beef cost 99 cents in 1986. 4 potatoes, 1 onion, green pepper, Worcestershire, and garlic powder. Under $2 fed 5. You dice potatoes small and fry in oil until edges go golden. You add beef, onion, and pepper and brown everything together. You splash Worcestershire in and stir hard. You press flat with a spatula and let the bottom crust dark. The kitchen smells like a roadside diner on a Sunday morning. This came from New England thrift cooking in the 1800s and crossed into working-class American kitchens nationwide by 1950. The crust at the bottom was always worth fighting over. Number 12. Sausage and peppers skillet. Every Italian-American family in New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia made this on Friday nights. The smell alone was worth the drive across town. Italian sausage cost $1.19 in 1983. 3 bell peppers, 2 onions, crushed tomatoes, and garlic. Under $2.50 fed 5. You slice sausage into coins and brown until edges go dark. You remove them. You cook peppers and onions in the drippings until sweet and soft. You add garlic and tomatoes. You put sausage back and simmer 20 minutes. The peppers surrender. The sausage soaks up the tomato. This came from Southern Italian street food at San Gennaro festivals in New York's Little Italy from the 1920s onward. Friday night, 1 pan. No argument about dinner. Not once. Number 11. Chicken and egg noodle skillet. She used leftover rotisserie chicken when she had it, canned chicken when she did not. Nobody noticed the difference. Rotisserie chicken cost $2.49 in 1988. Wide egg noodles, cream of chicken soup, chicken broth, and frozen peas. Under $4 fed 6. You bring broth to a boil in the skillet. You drop in dry noodles and cook 8 minutes. You stir in soup, shredded chicken, and frozen peas. You let it thicken 3 minutes. The noodles go tender. The sauce turns pale gold. The peas pop bright green. This came from American home economics tradition in the 1970s, when one-pan shortcuts became the default weeknight answer for working mothers. 6 plates, 1 pan, 15 minutes, 1988. It was enough. Number 10. Smothered pork chops. Southern comfort cooking at its most efficient. 1 pan, 45 minutes. The kind of dinner that made the whole house go quiet in the best way. 4 pork chops cost $1.29 in 1979. Onion, green pepper, garlic, chicken broth, and flour. Under $2 fed 4. You dredge chops in seasoned flour and brown hard until crust goes dark gold. You remove them. You cook onion and pepper in drippings. You whisk flour in, then pour broth slowly until gravy thickens. You nestle chops back into gravy. You cover and simmer 30 minutes. The gravy goes deep brown. The chops go completely fork tender. This came from Southern black cooking traditions in Louisiana and Mississippi in the early 1900s. By 1970, it was a one-pan classic across the entire South. Number 9. Beef stroganoff skillet. Your mother made this when she wanted dinner to feel special without spending more than $3. It worked every time. Beef sirloin cost $1.49 in 1982. Egg noodles, cream of mushroom soup, 1 onion, sour cream, and Worcestershire. Under $3.50 fed 5. You slice beef thin and sear fast in a very hot skillet. You remove it. You soften onion and mushrooms in drippings. You stir in soup with Worcestershire. You fold in sour cream off the heat. You drop beef back in and serve over noodles cooked in the same pan. The sauce goes pale and rich. The beef stays tender. Beef stroganoff came from Russian aristocratic kitchens in the 1800s and reached American homes through Better Homes and Gardens in 1955. Special occasion flavor, weeknight budget. That was her genius. Number 8. Cajun dirty rice skillet. 1 skillet, 30 minutes. Enough flavor to make neighbors knock on the door. Ground beef cost 99 cents in 1986. Long grain rice, chicken livers, onion, green pepper, celery, and Cajun seasoning. Under $2.50 fed 6. You brown beef and chopped chicken livers together until dark and fragrant. You add diced onion, pepper, and celery and cook until soft. You stir in rice and Cajun seasoning. You pour in chicken broth, cover, and simmer 20 minutes. The rice turns dark from the liver and fat. The kitchen smells like New Orleans on a Tuesday. Dirty rice came from Creole and Cajun kitchens in Louisiana in the early 1900s as a way to honor every part of the animal. Modern food writers call it rustic. Your Louisiana grandmother called it Tuesday. Number 7. Here is what the food industry does not want you to think about. Every pan on this list was pulled from a cabinet by a woman who had already given everything she had that day. She was not creating content. She came home exhausted and fed her family anyway. The food industry wants you to believe you need a subscription box, a meal kit, a $30 sauce in a glass jar. Number 7. 1-pan lasagna skillet. All the flavor of lasagna. None of the layering, the baking dish, the 45 minutes of oven time. 1 skillet, 25 minutes. Ground beef cost 99 cents in 1987. Lasagna noodles broken into pieces, a jar of ragu, ricotta, and mozzarella. Under $3.50 fed 6. You brown beef and drain fat. You add broken noodles, ragu, and 2 cups of water. You cover and simmer 15 minutes. You drop spoonfuls of ricotta on top and scatter mozzarella. You cover 3 more minutes. Number 6. Chicken paprikash skillet. Hungarian immigrants brought this to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Chicago in the late 1800s. By 1975, their granddaughters made it in 25 minutes on a Tuesday, and it was the best meal of the week. Chicken pieces cost 49 cents a pound in 1978. 1 onion, sweet paprika, chicken broth, and sour cream. Under $2.50 fed 6. Number 5. Black-eyed pea and sausage skillet. In the South, this was New Year's Day. Everywhere else, this was Thursday, when money was tight and the pantry held 2 cans and a link of sausage. Smoked sausage cost $1.19 in 1982. 2 cans of black-eyed peas, onion, green pepper, garlic, and chicken broth. Under $2.50 fed 6. You slice sausage into coins and brown until caramelized. You add onion, pepper, and garlic until soft. You drain and add the peas. You pour in broth and simmer 15 minutes. Number 4. Chicken and black bean skillet. This was the 1990s one-pan dinner. Tex-Mex flavors everywhere by 1993. 1 skillet, 20 minutes. The whole family seated before anyone complained. Chicken breast cost $1.49 in 1993. Black beans, corn, salsa, cumin, and chili powder. Under $3 fed 5. Number 3. Sausage and rice skillet. Simple, honest. The kind of dinner that asked nothing of you and gave everything back. A pound of smoked sausage cost $1.19 in 1983. 1 cup of long-grain rice, 1 onion, 1 green pepper, chicken broth, and garlic. Under $2 fed 5. You slice sausage into coins and brown them until dark at the edges. You add diced onion and pepper and cook until soft. You stir in dry rice and let it toast 1 minute. You pour in broth, cover, and simmer 20 minutes. Number 2. Pork and sauerkraut skillet. In Pennsylvania Dutch country, this was New Year's tradition. Everywhere else, this was any Tuesday when pork was on sale. Pork shoulder cost 79 cents a pound in 1977. Sauerkraut, 1 onion, caraway seeds, and apple juice. Under $2 fed 4. Number 1. Mom's ground beef and macaroni. You already knew this was coming. You have been waiting since entry 25. Ground beef cost 99 cents in 1984. Elbow macaroni, canned tomatoes, 1 onion, garlic, Italian seasoning, and Parmesan. Under $2.50 fed 6. You brown beef with onion and garlic. You add dry macaroni, tomatoes, and 2 cups of water. You cover and simmer 12 minutes. The macaroni swells. The sauce reduces thick and red. You shred Parmesan over the top and cover 2 more minutes.